Hi, Jeff Sawyer here with J&S Solutions. This will be part 14 of the video of how to hire the best person for the job. So in this video, part of this video, we're going to be talking about how to make them an offer. And basically, you've done all your interviewing at this point in the game. You've gone through and you have all of the scoring is in place. You've scored the application. It was great. You did all the interviews. You've scored all of the interviews. You've scored their situational questions. At this point in the game, the person, you have a good feeling about them. They've scored at least 95%, hopefully, or higher. Bare minimum 90%. And now you're willing to make an offer to someone. So what you want to do is you want to call them up and get them back into the store, your office, and sit down with them. And I like to do offers face-to-face. I don't like the email version. I don't like doing it over the telephone. I really like to be able to see their face. And this is a great time for us to have a good conversation too. This offer time for me is to present them with the offer, explain a little bit about how their training is going to go, and also to set up expectations, okay? I can't stress that one enough to you. You want to tell them, hey, this is what I expect. I expect out of this position. I expect the person doing this to be able to do this, and that. And can you accomplish all of that? You know, you're going to cover that in the interview. Once you've done with your situational questions, typically will explain a little bit about the company, and then I will also start setting up expectations. Hey, this is the job you're applying for. This is what I require my person that's doing this job to be able to do successfully. Can you handle that? Once again, I'm making the offer. This is what we're going to pay you. This is how often you'll be paid. This is when your first check you should receive. You want to eliminate all these questions that they have to ask, okay? That's your goal here. When people are well informed, they feel a lot less nervous. They're able to perform their job at a higher status, you know, be able to just do their job better. So you want to basically call them in to make an offer. Like I said, I don't like doing a phone call and I don't like doing an email. You make the offer. You're going to set up the expectations. You're going to explain everything you expect them to do about a job. You know, if it's a customer service job, you expect how your customers are to be treated, how you're never to be rude from them, even when they are rude to you. You can't be rude back, you know, because this is how things go. You want them to fully understand that. And then what you want to do is you want to take a time and go ahead and write out their next 2 week schedule so they know exactly when they work, what to expect, who they're going to be training with. You want to have all this set up. If they show up, if their first day and you're going to do orientation with them, and let me find somebody to orientate you, you're making your company look like you don't know what's going on. It's not going to make them comfortable. They're going to feel uneasy. They're going to be nervous. They're going to miss things in the training because they're going to be nervous. It's just bad. You've got to be well organized, running like a well-oiled machine. Also take this time to let them know we're giving them their schedule. Hey, on this such and such date at such and such time, I'm going to meet with you. I want to find out from you about our training. And I'll go on more into that in another video, but I want some detailed information about our training to be able to know what to do better for the next person. No matter how well I train you, the next person's going to be trained better. And you got to have that mentality. Everything I do has got to get better. Each and every time you got to train people better, okay? So, inform them also about a 90-day review. Let them know, hey, I give a copy of the 90-day review. This is what you're going to be reviewed on in 90 days. I fully expect you to have several needs improvements. My job that I'm hiring you for, you can't pick up on in 90 days 100%. Okay? Most jobs you can't. So, with that in mind, I want them to have going in with the expectations that probably 40% of their review will be probably some needs improvements in some areas. Now, the $1 million question here is it because they're not getting it? Or is it just something we haven't got to in the training yet because it's 8 months worth of training to get their job done? But you need to inform them of this so when they do get that review, it's not a shock to them. If you can give them the information up front about everything they're going to be doing in life, their jobs are going to be so much better. Okay, set that date and time. Give them a copy of it. Inform them that there's also a yearly review. Now, on the 90-day review, the past companies I've worked for, some have given raises, some haven't. I let them know if it's not going to be a raise with it up front. Hey, I'm paying you what we think you're worth now. We're not doing a 90-day raise. There will be a review, but there will be no raise. So it's very important. Let them know about the yearly review. Now, I wouldn't give them a copy of their yearly review form at this time, just because it's just too far out to be thinking that far out. But they should see their 90-day one, okay? Set expectations. Set expectations about the job, expectations how they're to handle themselves, expectations about their dress code, expectations about everything. Leave no surprises for them, okay? It's very, very, very important. Also let them know what all they need to bring in for orientation day. You're hiring them, guess what? They have to have proof for an I-9 form for the federal government. So they got to have a driver's license, a social security, passports, birth certificates. They got to bring something off that list. I give them a copy of what they need to bring off that list. Circle. You got 3 different categories, okay? They have to complete either A or B and C. So you want to give them, circle and say, you got to do it this way. Anything that's in column A, just bring one up. If you get B or C, you got to bring one of each. Okay, so you need to let them know that. Most people, it's driver's license, social security. Some people have a military ID, which I believe is column A, and you also have a passport, which covers that. So with all of that given, that's given them a great idea of how to start. Now that you set up these expectations, you cannot forsake the great training. Do you have a training program, or are you just letting somebody out there wing it? Is there certain things they have to be taught and how they're taught to do it? You need to have all that in writing. You need to have that planned out for them. Like I say, the more time and energy you put into them up front, getting them trained correctly, now that you've done all this time and energy of getting them hired correctly, and you forsake the training, you've wasted all of your time and energy getting them hired in right. You have to train them right. You have to invest someone else's time with them for a while to get them going so they're comfortable with their job. So when that trainer leaves that position with them, they're set up and they're good to go and they become a rock star for you because that's what you want. All right? If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, or you can, best way to do it is to email me at jssawyersolutions@gmail.com. Thanks. You have a great day.